Hi everyone, we are here from the Smart Cities Immersion Tour, joining you from New York City at the moment. I'm here with Councillor Clare Raffan. We spent yesterday going through a lot of New York City. Yesterday morning we were at Jersey City exploring what the council out there have done. Then we went over to the New York City Mayor's Office for Economic Opportunity, where we spoke to them about their data enterprise systems. From there, we went to the Mayor's Office of the Chief Technology Office in New York City. And then we finished up with an evening at, where did we go from there? We went
Starts with a V.
We went to Vandal, actually.
Vandal,
a great nightclub and artistic restaurant where we had dinner with the Nightmare. In between there, we also did a great tour of the New York City Hall and council chambers, where we actually randomly met a council member and had a great chat. So I'm really keen to find out what the highlights were from a councillor perspective. That's what we're obviously here to do. So councillor, can you tell us what yesterday meant to you?
Sure, Patrice. And from a councillor perspective who didn't really know what to expect, it was a great experience. I believe that the first instance in going to Jersey was great because it was a fantastic starting point where we saw a kiosk, we saw what they were doing in terms of their data collection and how to improve the services for their community. We spoke to them about their data entry and collection in the council and how it could talk to the kiosk and how it creates a bit of equality out there in the community, and they've got more of an idea of what they need to put services on. The second one we went to in Brooklyn was also very interesting because it went from Jersey, which was more of the starting point for me and understanding what we can do, to then looking at how it can be developed to better human services, especially those that were more vulnerable. We spoke about children, about women, about a lot of services which for those people who are maybe a little bit underprivileged and underrepresented, it gave them more of a voice and it gave them more attention from the city. So I thought that human factor in smart cities and data collection was interesting in evolving from the first instance where we were learning about it. And then when we went to the last one, it was even more specific. And what I got out of that is that the sort of data that they were collecting with weather stations, especially, looking at air quality, looking at heat islands, and putting all of that into their development of their city, is really on track and key to a smart city for shaping their city so that those people who are living in their city have got the best opportunity to live in environments which are going to make them happier and healthier. So that was a fantastic transition in the instigation of a smart city with the kiosks and technology and seeing how they started, which was excellent, to more of the human factor, to then looking at the built environment in the middle of Manhattan, whereas if you look around in Manhattan, you will see that the built environment is something that you do not escape unless you're in the middle of Central Park. And then going to the dinner at Vandal with the Nightmare, not N-I-G-H-T Mayor, but Nightmare, that was also interesting because it was talking about looking at their city and activation for a nighttime economy and in terms of safety. And for those people who, not everyone has a 9-to-5 job, there are a lot of people who their off time is at night because they're working at different hours. And to look at prosperity, which we don't have in Bankstown City at the moment. We're fairly dead for a nighttime economy. We need to have some sort of injection into that sort of area so we can create some excitement and diversity and utilise our city for a lot more than what we're utilising it for, and give people a reason to come into our city and to do some great things. But we need to figure out how they're going to get there, what they're going to experience, their safety when they're there, and their health of the city in the morning after the nighttime economy. So that was fantastic. It was really interesting to speak to people there. And so in the one day that we had yesterday, I think we got a massive amount of information, data, and a bit of an expansion of our mind about what is possible and the purposes of smart cities. So in my inexperienced mind about what a smart city is, I can honestly say that yesterday was a fantastic injection into the possibilities for our city.
What was the highlight of yesterday? What was your favourite thing to explore and see?
I think I really enjoyed the last one in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
What was that one with?
The Mayor's Office and
The Mayor's
City
Office.
Technology Office.
I love that because we are faced with a growing city. We are faced with the need to develop our city along state guidelines, and for me, using smart technology to plan our city for a resilient, healthy, happy city, I think that is the sort of things that triggered to me what we need to do and the possibilities, and then the rest will flow from that. So I thought that was great.
They're setting a great example.
They're setting a great example because
Yeah.
they have a lot more pressure in the built environment and with their community and the diversity and needs than we do at the moment. So they're
And
setting
serve
a great
something like
example.
a 8.5 million population.
Yep.
Just a little bit more than what we have.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the recap.
No, that's okay. I'm glad I can remember some of it.
It is a fast-paced couple of days
It
that
is.
we've got ahead, and we'll be keeping you up to date on all of it. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.